an intelligent teaching system based on mobile terminal for the simulation of legal education scenarios. Abstract. The situational simulation teaching method is an effective method of legal practice teaching. It starts from the psychological characteristic of students, guides students to study actively, and cultivates students' ability to understand and apply laws and regulations in practice and work. Combined with modern mobile technology, an intelligent teaching system of law education scene simulation based on mobile terminal is designed. According to the overall design principles of the system, under the overall framework design of the system, the mobile terminal functional modules are designed, including logging module, scenario simulation teaching module, evaluation module, consulting center module, personal center module, and the system setting module. According to the user's need, the system database is designed and combined with the functional module design. The method education scenario simulation intelligent teaching system is designed. The experimental results show that the system functions and the performance meet the requirement through black box and white box tests, which proves that the system has application value. Keywords: mobile terminal, legal education simulation teaching method, teaching system. Introduction. At the first plenary session of the 18th CPC Central Committee, it was proposed to incorporate legal education into the national education system. The importance of legal education has been pushed to a new height, and the focus of legal education has shifted to the cultivation legal thinking. The construction of a country ruled by law requires not only leading cadres to have legal thinking, but also tens of thousands of citizens. Otherwise, the goal of building a country ruled by law will be in vain. College students will be the main force of national construction, so it is the requirement of the time to cultivate their legal thinking. In 2016, at the National Conference on Ideological and Political Work in Colleges and Universities, General Secretary Xi Jinping stressed that all kinds of courses and ideological and political theory courses should work together to form a synergy effect. The content of cultivating college students' legal thinking is an important part of the ideological and the political theory course, and its importance has also been raised to an unprecedented height. However, the current legal education has not achieved good results. The main reason is that the teaching tends to be theoretical and lacks practicality. The legal education classroom theory teaching is relatively abstract and difficult to understand. To combine theory with practical operation in the teaching process, you should go to the site unit to observe the actual operation. However, because the working environment is not suitable for the concentrated internship in the construct field, the seriousness of the work, the confidentiality of the work, and the lack of internship funds and other conditions, the possibility and effect of practical operations on the spot are difficult to achieve. So how can theory and practice be combined in teaching? Design of scenario simulation teaching system for legal education. As socialist builders and reliable successors, college students shoulder the important task of promoting the process of national legal construction. Therefore, how to effectively improve the cultivation of the rule of law of college students, so that they have the rule of law thinking advocating the spirit of the rule of law. The use of the rule of law to solve problems properly become an important issue of college students' legal education. In this content, this paper designs a scenario simulation teaching system for legal education. According to the needs of teaching content and legal skill training, the system can select and design a case, simulate a certain environment and plot, let students respectively play a role in the scene, according to the necessary information provided by the case. Students can play and develop the behavior of this role according to their own knowledge and communicate, exchange, and view through mutual cooperation the points of confrontation, collision, to solve certain legal practical problems. In the teaching of legal education, the teaching method has strong adaptability. Whether it is the substantive sector law or the procedural law, it can be carried out for a certain legal problem in the teaching process, and is not restricted by the practical teaching location and facilities. Of course, the system cannot replace off-campus training activities. Compared with the off-campus social training, it has many shortcomings. For example, the training effect is limited by the design cases, and the conditions are fixed and academic. It does not have the actual conflict of interests of the parties involved in judicial practice activities, the unpredictability of the development of things, and the complexity of the legal relations. The principle of high simulation. The design of the legal education situational simulation experiment teaching system should have a simulation, which is mainly reflected in the simulation of experimental subject. The simulation of the experimental data, the simulation of the experimental equipment, the simulation of the experimental environment, the simulation of the experimental role, and the simulation of the experimental program. The principle of combining comprehensiveness and importance. The design of the content of the legal education scenario simulation experiment teaching system should have a certain breadth and depth, including not only the legal common sense part, but also a set of related content, such as court trials, and as much as possible the knowledge and skills of the main legal causes. Enable students to get comprehensive and systematic operation training. In addition, although the content of simulation experimental teaching comes from actual units, it is not all copied, but after careful selection and design, representative cases are selected for experimental teaching to cultivate students' ability to build a strong house. Principle of operability. For any scenario simulation experiment design, the operationability will be the first. The construction of experimental teaching system should fully consider the feasibility of the implementation under the existing teaching hardware and software conditions. Whether it can carry out actual simulations under limited conditions, whether it can achieve the expected teaching purpose, whether it is conducive to evaluation, analysis, and summary. Only when the system can run stably can the design of such teaching system have practical significance. Scenario simulation teaching module. The complete situational simulation teaching method teaching process can include 4 links: situation and role design, establishment of performance requirements and scoring points, grouped role interpretation, group discussion, and summary of relevant knowledge. In the first step, In the teaching process, according to the course programs and the course standards, the corresponding real events can be selected to compile cases with conflicts and implicate law and regulations, and the different stakeholders can be selected for role-playing. In the second step, teachers should establish clear performance requirements and scoring points. Since the purpose of scene simulation teaching is due to return to the curriculum standard and the curriculum goals, it is necessary to pay attention to guiding students to avoid focusing on pure deductive work. In addition, before scenario simulation, teachers should standardize the role behavior and the language of the staff through the detailed scoring standards. The third step is to introduce the competition between groups in the teachers and the role deduction to simulate students' autonomous learning. Teachers can refer to the mode of debate and competition to carry out pairwise confrontation between groups. Because the designed scenario is ultimately in line with the students' practice and work environment, and the problem encountered in the deduction process must be solved immediately on the spot, which simulates and mobilizes the enthusiasm and the initiative of students to the greatest extent, and urges students to actively collect relevant problems, and a contradictory method before playing on the stage laws and regulations are used as countermeasures to deal with the challenges and the difficulties from the confrontation group. Finally, system test. In the software development process, testing is an essential and important step. Software testing is the process of running or measuring a system by manual or automatic means. In order to verify whether the software under test meets the specified requirements, or find the difference between the actual results and expected results, use tests to measure the quality of the software, eliminate hidden dangers during use, and ensure the stability of the software system. Testing environment. The operating system of the test server is Windows 7. The development language Java uses the development environment of JDK 1.6, and the web server uses Tomcat 6.0. The system database environment is MySQL 15.7. The server is deployed in the local PC. Considering the compatibility of different models, the client is divided into Android and iOS versions. The Android model mainly used for testing is Mainland 2. The main screen size is 5 inches. The main screen resolution is 1280 multiply 720, and the operating system is Android 6.4. The iOS model is iPhone 6. The main screen size is 4.7 inches. The main screen resolution is 1334 multiply 750, and the operation system is iOS 10.2. The network used for data transmission is campus laboratory network. Testing method. System testing methods generally include white box testing and black box testing. Black box test. Black box testing, also known as functional testing, data-driven testing, or specification-based testing, is a test from the user's point of view. Testers generally treat the program under test as a black box. The main types of errors detected in the black box tester are incorrect or missing functions, interface and interface errors, performance errors, data structure or external data access errors, initialization or termination condition errors, etc. The commonly used black box test methods are equivalence class, division method, boundary value analysis method, cause and effect diagram method, SIN method, orthogonal experiment design method, decision table driven analysis method, error inference method, function diagram analysis method. White box testing. The white box test is to check whether the internal action of the product are carried out normally in accordance with the design specifications, and check whether each pass in the program can work correctly according to the predetermined requirements. White box testing is generally used to analyze the internal structure of the program, which is transparent to the tester. The tester can see the source code of the program on the test and analyze its internal structure. Therefore, white box testing is also called structure testing or logical-driven testing. Conclusion. The combination of technology represented by the system and the traditional classroom is the exploration and innovation of the teaching mode, the supplement of online education and distance education, to make up for the deficiencies and the deficiencies, and to provide teachers with a set of teaching software suitable for the current situation. The improvement of students' learning level can effectively improve the school's work efficiently and the management level, and has a certain impact on the improvement of school teaching quality. Combined with modern mobile technology, this paper designs an intelligent teaching system of law education simulation based on mobile terminal. Through black box and white box tests, it is verified that the function and the performance of the system in this paper meets the requirements. Through the students' satisfactory experiments, it is verified that the students' satisfaction of the system in this paper is up to 98%, and both are higher than 90%, which proves that the system has application value. So far, the development of the system has realized the basic function required. However, due to the limited technical level and the development time, the system still needs further improvement in many aspects and the practical functions. Further update through user feedback. Establish a reasonable model. Continue to learn the latest theories and technology-related system development at home and abroad. Strengthen learning management and provide more perfect service software for teachers and students. Thank you.